It is better to deal with a mature person in a relationship, as it helps in reducing stress levels associated with challenges that all relationships go through. Hello Vidzers, it is another fun day that we've got to give you more videos that will motivate you into always making the right decisions. Falling in love is always guided by nature, but you need to have enough experience to be able to survive in any relationship, and that is why, today we are bringing you this video to let you know 8 signs of maturity that you should always look for before getting into a relationship with someone you admire. Welcome to Collino Vidz, the only place where success mode is fully activated. If not subscribed yet, you are missing out. Feel free to subscribe and stay alert for more educational videos coming through. It is always with happiness to have a healthy, strong and striving relationship that is admired by many, and we know clearly that it is the kind of a relationship you want, if we might guess right. Having an idea about keeping the relationship stronger is not enough. Reading through ideas in the comments is not enough. It is by being mature in the relationship that makes it look stronger and attractive to many. Therefore, we would like you to take note of these signs, maybe make adjustments that are required to help you push into a better relationship. For that case, it is better to pay maximum attention to the video and make sure you understand something out of it. You are mature if: Number 1. You can correct mistakes. Making a mistake is part of life, and no one can ever be perfect without making mistakes. It is the foundation of being excellent. Therefore, it should be expected from everyone. Being mature or being regarded as a mature person simply means that there are some qualities that you have that is required of you, and noting down a mistake is one of the qualities we are saying here. You are expected to be clear in why you are correcting something. Being doubtful also destroys someone's respect from other people. If you are in a position where you can correct something and know exactly why you are correcting, that is when you are mature to handle a relationship. Then you are mature. Number 2. You plan in time for the future. Making plans for the future is another thing that should always be rocking in your mind. You see better future results from a good plan, while poor future results from not planning at all. Meaning that everything relies on planning, where you need to plan each steps that you are about to take. A better relationship demands a clear and good planning, as lack of this guarantees it to be the most boring you have never been involved in. You have only few steps in ensuring that the relationship is the one expected by you and the other. Just think of an idea, then plan well for it, and finally work on it. Simply think, plan and work. Those 3 completes everything you and your life requires. Number 3. You don't rush into conclusion. Every story people tell their friends must contain an ending. This ending may be an advice, a warning, or a decision. This part of the conversation is what we call a conclusion. Ever been or interacted with those who are always quick into making their own conclusions, their own way, some of which never match the story? Of course, there are some stories that you cannot wait for someone to give you a conclusion. You have to make it yourself, because maybe if you don't, something might go wrong. This is a fact that you need to be careful about. Not all stories requires your conclusion. Some needs you to be patient enough to wait for the storyteller to give you his or her conclusion. Otherwise, a mature person knows how to balance this situation, and so it is also expected of you to be. Number 4. You hate wasting time. The English has it that time is money. It doesn't mean that time gives money. What it simply means is that how you use your time is what makes you earn money. Therefore, wasting time is like wasting resources that may be converted into cash, something that will help you run your life as you admire it to. It is only with maturity that you will learn how to manage your time and ensure you earn something from it. Many people fail to understand this. They seem to think that time is still there. It is even worse with some traditionalists who has a saying that goes, "Time is still young." It is never that way and can never be. Start ensuring that you avoid wasting time and use it constructively. Number 5. You are committed. Talk of commitment. It holds the strongest pillar in a relationship. It is always difficult to commit yourself to something you are not used to in your life. Therefore, it is common to stay uncommitted in a relationship, but it does not mean that it is always how it should be. Remember, we are talking about maturity here, and therefore, what we are looking into is how to be mature in your relationship and ensure it gains maximum respect that it is supposed to, as your relationship. Again, it takes maturity for you to be committed to a relationship like the one you admire. You need to be mature enough to understand that commitment adds value not only to the relationship, but also earns you respect. Number 6. Your understanding is of high level. Have you ever asked yourself why some people become so respected without having to give excuses, or having to explain themselves? Well, it has got to do with how you understand people. You see, to understand someone simply means you have to either raise your level of understanding or lower it based on the level of the person in question. Many people find it hard to understand others because they do fail in balancing their level of understanding. Also, for a stronger relationship, you have to understand him or her, the one you are enjoying with, the good life. This requires maturity of a good level to be able to manage, since you cannot just understand someone if you are not used to. It is just not easy. Number 7. You know when to joke. Joking in a story makes the story more interesting, and many people become interested in what is going on in the story. But as all stories, a good story must have its joking lines and the serious lines. This simply applies to your journey of life. There are some times when things get worse, and the other times when everything seems to be easy with you. In a relationship, you should be in a position to highlight clearly the situations that require a joke and the situations that require you to act serious. Many people convert every part into a joke, something that makes them turn out to be immature. Joking is not bad. What is bad is how you use it and where you exercise it. Be mature enough to differentiate when to joke and when to engage your mind into a serious talk. Number 8. You talk only when necessary. Everybody has a mouth to be able to say something, that is, if you are blessed to be fully, that is, provided God did not deny you that chance to be able to talk. People talk at one point maybe to explain what is necessary to be explained, maybe given information that is required of you to be complete as required of you. It is always better to understand clearly when to talk and when to keep silent. Not all people has this ability. Some think that if they don't talk, they are going to be hated or so. Again, before you think of an idea to speak about with someone, it is always advisable to consider your surrounding before you start talking, as there is a likelihood of embarrassing yourself. Mature people are always clearly on this. They only talk when it is completely necessary to talk. Otherwise, keeping silent is also a way of gaining respect. It is always with pleasure that we do produce videos every week to educate the society. What have you learned from our video? Feel free to comment your thoughts in the comments below, or rather, comment yes if you have understood something. If you have any question that you think needs our attention, like our Facebook page, Collino Vidz 782. Otherwise, we have other special videos that we handpicked just for you that you can see on your screen. Click one to continue learning and update your life. With all that said, thanks for being with Collino Vid up to this point.